The walls suddenly started closing in on the girl in the most eerie way. Jenny was getting crushed so tight she couldn't breathe. When she finally came to her senses, everything had returned to normal. Just then, the phone rang out of nowhere. It was Margot, that crazy woman from next door.
They're lying to all of us.
But Jenny couldn't help thinking that the crazy lady was actually onto something. She wrapped herself up in layers and layers of plastic wrap, the suffocating sensation, but it gave her this intense sense of reality. But when Jenny went to the dance studio for practice, she looked in the mirror only to see Margot's face staring back at her instead of her own. Margot was violently slamming her head against the glass, blood streaming down her face, but she wouldn't stop. Jenny was absolutely terrified, but everyone around her was staring at her like she was some kind of freak. Jenny looked back at the mirror in disbelief. It was completely normal again. Jenny bolted home in a panic, only to find Margot about to slit her own throat. Jenny was about to rush forward to help, but security guards dragged her away. She tried to tell her husband Jack about everything that had happened, but Jack didn't believe a word she said. He insisted Margot hadn't committed suicide, that it was all in Jenny's head, but she knew in her gut that something was seriously wrong with this community. Everything felt fake, like some kind of setup. The next day, Jack brought in a doctor to examine Jenny. The doctor rattled off a bunch of medical jargon, but Jenny, being a nurse herself, knew he was talking complete nonsense. Jenny suddenly noticed a file marked confidential in the doctor's bag. She pulled out Margot's medical records, but all the important information had been blacked out. Jenny confided all her suspicions to a friend, but instead of helping her, the friend said Jenny had violated community regulations. This only strengthened Jenny's resolve to get out of there, but the community's director had caught wind of her plans. Strangely enough, instead of denying anything, he actually confirmed everything Jenny suspected. None of the residents remembered their lives before coming to the community, but even though Jenny knew the truth, nobody would believe her. Even Jack pretended to go along with her escape plan, while secretly reporting to community security.
No!
To force Jenny into treatment. And this so-called treatment involved using electroshock to wipe Jenny's memory clean. Jenny never could have imagined that escaping this place would be next to impossible.